Time for Word on the Street, and we're going to check in with the panelists to find out the stories that they're watching. Andy, you say last week was humbling for Warren Buffett, of all people. Why?
A little bit humbling. And we'll get to that in a second because he had some things kind of blow up a little bit or some reminders of some unhappy episodes, but there was a huge caveat. Number one, of course, you remember he finally got out of the newspaper business. Mm-hmm. And this has got to hurt him personally because he always loved newspapers, going back to when he was a 13-year-old boy delivering the Washington Post, his hometown paper, when his dad was a congressman from Nebraska at that point. And he's owned the Buffalo News, was a big investor in the Washington Post, and he had a bunch of regional papers, but they just continued to deteriorate. And I think he just decided to wash his hands of the whole business. That's number one. Number two, Ginny Rometty stepped down, and he made a big investment when she was CEO, and that did not work out at all. It was not a high point of Warren Buffett's moves, and he put in about $10 to $12 billion. The stock lost 25% of its value while Ginny was the CEO, so not a good thing. But I will say the caveat, if you look back over sort of the same time period as the IBM investment, is the Apple investment. And I just checked in on that in case you're wondering. He first started buying in the first quarter of 2016, a modest sum of $1 billion, but they ramped it up. It was Ted Weschler and Todd Combs did most of the buying. And it's now worth, you guys, a stake over $75 billion. No doubt he's made tens of billions of dollars on Apple, far offsetting any losses in IBM and the papers, which were a couple $100 million max.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.